The code of honor is followed by the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson and Austin Aries. The first match in the best-of-3 series to see who is the true ace of Ring of Honor and which one of these two men will get a world title shot.
Crowd seemingly evenly split between both these athletes, both former ROH World Champions who have not wrestled one another in a year, Dave.
They do know each other very, very well, though. Those ROH historians that recall their series of matches. Now, back at 2004's Survival of the Fittest, they tore the house down in the finals. Neither man with a decided advantage right there on that exchange. And then again at Testing the Limit, they fought for over 75 minutes. Danielson won the Survival of the Fittest match, and Aries the 2 out of 3 falls 75-minute matchup. And these two men definitely at the top of the card here in ROH. But of course, Bryan Danielson coming on the heels of 2 title shots against Takeshi Morishima, unsuccessful in those title matches. So he has to get through Austin Aries in this best-of-3 series if he wants another shot at the world title.
Aries controls the leg of Danielson while he's still on the canvas trying to find an escape. Able to grapevine the leg of Aries, and both men controlling the other's leg. Neither man able to gain a decided advantage as they roll towards the ropes. Referee Paul Turner asking for the break, and both men roll all the way out to the floor.
They roll all the way to the floor, still with the hold cinched in. Paul Turner trying to force a break.
Mutual show of respect and a handshake. Both these athletes will not ask for any quarter, neither will they give any, obviously. And again, the crowd getting behind their chosen wrestler here. And don't forget, Survival of the Fittest coming up in Las Vegas as ROH makes its way towards the West Coast on October the 19th. Both these athletes have already entered. Aries has made it to the Elimination Match Finals all 3 years of that tournament and is looking to break the curse this year, while Danielson, of course, wants to win it for the second time.
Aries sent to the ropes. Down goes Danielson, but right back to his feet. Quick side headlock takeover by Austin Aries, and in control of the contest. Danielson rolling the shoulders of Aries to the canvas for a near fall. You know that Austin Aries finally wants to come up with a Survival of the Fittest victory this year in Vegas.
Nice reversal by Dragon as the hammerlock applied. As Aries tries to find an escape. As Danielson tries to pull on that far arm, but Aries does not allow him to do so. Goes to the head scissors for an escape.
Both run back to their feet. They know each other so very well. Neither man wants to make a big mistake here in the early going of the bout.
Notice Danielson wrestling tonight without the eye patch. He suffered that broken orbital bone as well as the detached retina that he had surgery for. But his eye is doing much better. He says his vision is still a little bit blurry, but he is able to go without the eye patch tonight and says it will not be an issue in this matchup.
Test of strength here. Danielson, well, he looked to be winning the test of strength, but now Aries digging down and trying to force Bryan Danielson's shoulders down.
Either man able to gain a clear-cut advantage here in this test of strength.
Both men very strong wrestlers. Danielson landing on his feet. He's got Aries by the arm. Into the ropes he goes. Nice drop kick from Dragon.
Connecting right on the bridge of the nose of Aries, right into a cover. Does not hook the leg, but only able to get a 1 count. Danielson continues to control the arm. As well as the head of Aries, who rolls him into a pinning combination of his own for another quick near fall.
Trying to get the head scissors on Danielson. Knee strikes from Aries, trying to get it, but Danielson maintains the side headlock. Again, Aries trying for the head scissors. Gets the maneuver.
Dragon now looking for the escape. As Aries still controls the head of Danielson, now grabs hold of the torso as Danielson does a headstand to free himself, but unable to do so.
Aries still with him in place, trapped. But Danielson works his way free and right back down. Austin Aries forces the head of Bryan Danielson. Turns it over. Bridging up. And has the legs of Austin Aries tied up now.
The legs grapevine does Danielson. Steps through the toe hold and now has the legs trapped as Aries struggles to try and drive himself to the ropes and does.
2, 3, 4.
He's able to reach the ropes. Aries back to his feet.
The fans informing referee Paul Turner that Bryan Danielson does in fact have until 5. Side
So
headlock
does
takeover.
everybody. I mean, let's be honest.
Side headlock by Aries this time. Danielson trying to get back to his feet. Both men back up to a vertical base. Danielson sends Aries off the ropes. Leapfrog. Aries puts on the brakes quickly. Again grabs the side headlock and takes Dragon down.
The head scissors on Aries now.
Rolls his body. It's almost a push-up position here.
Aries trying to escape. He is a master at escaping head scissors. Oftentimes connecting with a drop kick to his opponent's head immediately after doing so. See if he's able to escape this time, as Danielson has it pretty well cinched in.
And both times Aries went for that headstand, which is the prelude to the drop kick. Danielson was able to force Aries' body back down to the canvas, and yet again he's able to do so, but this time Aries comes out the back door.
He's got the legs of Danielson tied up. Changes position a little bit. Austin Aries snapping back for maximum pressure on those legs. And Danielson quickly trying to get out of harm's way. Aries just waiting for Danielson to get back up.
See, most athletes, when they go down to a base like that, they quickly go towards the ropes, but not Danielson. Bryan not afraid to be on the canvas. And he actually likes on occasion to lure his opponent in, but that time Aries was able to maintain control and grabs the hammerlock as Danielson again tries to roll through. As the double wrist lock, nips up, instead goes to the bridge. Aries tries to force the shoulders down.
Trying to break the bridge of Danielson, but unsuccessful. Great show of strength by Danielson in his neck as well as the legs to keep that bridge.
Back to a vertical base one more time. Back to back they go. Danielson up and over, lands on his feet. Aries sends him off the ropes. Sunset flip. Aries rolls through with a drop kick.
And very smartly, Danielson to the floor. Off the apron comes Austin Aries with the elbow.
And Danielson was able to avoid the initial dive attempt by Aries, who put on the brakes, but could not get out of the way of the elbow. As Aries does damage out on the floor. Elbow to the top of the head connects as well.
Come on, Dragon. You suck, Aries. Come on, Dragon.
Danielson feeling the effects. Aries looking to bring the action back inside. Slingshots himself back inside with the senton. Comes crashing down. Only 2.
Danielson able to absorb that splash from Aries and still kick out at 2. He firmly placed into the small of the back and the rear chin lock grabbed by Aries. Controlling the head of Danielson.
Trying to work his way back up to his feet, Bryan Danielson. Elbow to the midsection of Austin Aries, and again, off the ropes comes Dragon, but meets the elbow of Austin Aries. Drives down with the elbow with great force.
A quick cover, and once again, Danielson gets the shoulder up. Still a little bit early in the matchup, but forcing Danielson to exert energy every time he has to kick out.
It's on his chin, dumbass.
He's trying to wear Dragon down. Again, this is the first match in a best-of-3 series.
And you know Danielson so badly wants to get another shot at Morishima and the world title, coming so close on 2 occasions.
Well, you never know. It could be Morishima, could be Kevin Steen after tonight.
That's true.
Japanese arm drags from Austin Aries, controlling the arm of Danielson, keeping hold of it and barring it.
Of course, the winner of that matchup tonight has Nigel McGuinness tomorrow night in Edison, New Jersey.
Danielson fighting his way back up. Aries, though, still with the arm. Maintaining the arm bar.
Danielson tried to arm drag his way out of the hold, but Austin Aries refusing to relinquish control of the left arm of Bryan Danielson. Both men back to their feet. Being urged on by the fans. Running up the ropes. Arm drag attempt again by Danielson. Comes up just short.
Yes, unsuccessful once again, and Austin Aries still controlling the arm. Danielson again trying to fight back up to a standing position. He does. Aries, though, into the side headlock. Danielson shoves him off. Shoulder tackle, down goes Danielson. Aries steps over. Knee right to the midsection of Austin Aries.
Danielson closed the distance between himself and Austin Aries rather quickly. Aries didn't have time to adjust to Danielson as he charged at him and drove the knee right into the midsection, and now it's Danielson looking to assert himself here.
Turns Aries over. Could be thinking about cinching in the Mexican surfboard as he stands on the back of the legs of Aries, fighting to get control of his arms. Instead, changes it up, pulls back on the chin lock.
Still great pressure on the knees, the ankles, as well as the neck and the small of the back. From this position.
Really putting pressure on now.
Version of a single-legged crab, but Aries smartly rolls through. Gets to the ropes and is able to get the break.
Kicking right at the back of Austin Aries. Too close to the ropes.
Come on, head him up. Come on, break. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's got Aries. Pulling him back up. Big snapmare, holding onto the head all the way over to really wrench that neck. And drives down with the knee.
That snapmare was almost like a Beal. He threw him so high in the air while maintaining control of the head. Normally you see that from almost a hip toss position. But a very interesting variation on that move by Danielson. Always one to come up with something a little bit different is Bryan Danielson. Trying to get control of the arm, but Aries fighting him off. Bryan looking to drive his head underneath the armpit to gain control, and does. Seated abdominal stretch here by Danielson.
A world of pain for Austin Aries right now.
Aries trying to force Danielson's shoulders to the canvas. But too much pain being inflicted by Danielson, now with a crossface.
We can see Aries give it up right here. Trying to work his way out of that position. Danielson pulling back on the arm of Aries.
Both arms trapped as Danielson is trying to force the shoulders to the canvas, using his foot for leverage. Paul Turner right there. Finally, Aries shoulders down, but able to work his way free.
A whole lot of damage was done to Austin Aries in that hold, though. Danielson goes back to work, forcing him down to a knee. Hard kick to the chest.
Still maintaining control of the arm is Dragon. Full arm Dragon twist, and again drives the boot right to the sternum of Austin Aries, driving him down to the canvas. Cross arm breaker.
Oh, very quickly, Aries claps those hands together to prevent full extension on the hold. They wind up in the ropes. Back to work goes Danielson, grabs hold of the legs. Slingshot, throat first, right across the bottom rope.
Picking Aries right back up. Looking to follow up. Snap suplex. And a very determined look on the face of Bryan Danielson as he makes his way to the outside. All the way up top he goes. Dragon steadies himself on the top. But Aries catches him.
Back to his feet and takes Danielson off the top rope, sent down to the floor. This is a big opportunity for Austin Aries here, but no. Shoulder block to the midsection, courtesy of Danielson. Goes for it again, Aries blocks this time. And snaps Danielson across the second rope. Damage done to the neck.
Danielson on his back on the apron outside of the ring. Crowd urging both of these men on. Blood trickling from the nose of Bryan Danielson as he makes his way back to his feet. Forearm shot connects, but Aries responds. Back and forth they go. Aries with a series of elbows. Dragon barely hanging on. Face first to the turnbuckle. And again. Snap down over the top. And all the way out to the floor goes Danielson.
Huge dive from Austin Aries sends Danielson back first into the steel barricade.
And just that quickly, the tide of the matchup has turned in the favor of Austin Aries. Rolls Danielson back in. Twisting body press. Cover. But Dragon kicks out. Kibber on him. Cover. 2.
Danielson feeling the effects. Austin Aries just standing over him, looking to follow up. Maybe looking for that brainbuster, but Danielson maybe felt it coming and drove him into the turnbuckles. Aries with Danielson into the buckle. Runs right into the boot. Big flying knee strike. Both men are down.
Yeah, Danielson exerted an awful lot of energy right there just to execute that maneuver after he had suffered an awful lot of punishment and is unable to capitalize with Aries down on the canvas. Danielson back to his feet first, no, instead crawls right for a cover. Aries kicks out. Dragon controls the head, European uppercut. And another one staggers Aries. Third time, walked into a backslide. For another 2 count, sweeps the legs, cover. 2 count for Aries. Duck of the clothesline, waistlock, standing switch. O'Connor roll. Another 2 count, Aries off the ropes. Drives the boot to the chest of Bryan Danielson. Cover.
Danielson able to kick out. A nice flurry from Austin Aries. Needs to get Danielson back up. Maybe go for that brain buster. Looked like he was possibly going for the kick to the head right before Danielson swept his legs just a moment ago.
Aries able to drive Danielson into the corner and place him on the top turnbuckle. Dropped to the chest by Aries. Climbs to the second.
Superplex coming up. Aries all the way to the top. Trying to pull Danielson up, but he's fighting it off. Sends Aries crashing down. Missile drop kick right to the chest of Austin Aries. And again, this match has taken so much out of both competitors. The referee administering the double count.
Danielson trying to dig down. Burst of energy, nips to his feet. Just moments ago, flat on his back, gasping for air, and now poised, ready to strike. Roaring elbow.
That could be it. No, Aries kicks out. And for the Tiger suplex. Gets it. Again, only two keeping control of the arms.
For the cattle mutilation.
And he's got it. Cattle mutilation cinched in by Danielson.
Aries trying to find a way to escape. Elbows.
Repeated elbows to Austin Aries, but he's back to his feet and drives Danielson into the corner.
Series of elbows in the corner from Austin Aries.
Big forearm strike from Danielson. Roaring elbow. But Danielson kicking away at that arm.
Danielson hit an elbow of his own right into the elbow first of Aries, and now he's got a crossface chicken wing locked in.
Will Aries be able to hang in there? Aries trying to fight his way out of it. Back to his feet. Shinbreaker suplex combination from Austin Aries to free himself from the crossface chicken wing.
Austin Aries struggling to his feet in the corner. Connects with a drop kick on Danielson. Cover! Danielson kicks out at two, but right back to his feet.
Brainbuster coming up. No, knee strike by Bryan Danielson. Pulls him back out. Going for the Brainbuster again. Another knee strike. Kick from Austin Aries. And once again takes Danielson off his feet. Kick to the head.
Right between the eyes.
Going for the Brainbuster. Gets it. Could be looking for the 450 splash to complete the combo. Will it earn Austin Aries the victory here in this first matchup in this series?
Danielson gets the knees up. Triangle choke.
Referee checking his condition. One more. No. He still has some fight left in him.
Aries trying to struggle, but he's got to get his way out of this hole. It's just a matter of time. Danielson shows to the canvas for two.
Oh, look at the strength of Aries. Pulling up Bryan Danielson. Both men so worn down. Putting it all on the line in this one.
Well, they know what an advantage being up 1-0 in this best-of-3 series is. Another triangle choke attempt. Elbows to the top of the head.
Aries, though, front chancery. Bridging forward, submission predicament for Danielson. Knees to the head. Oh, again.
Here is your winner, Austin
opening bell sounds for the second match in the best-of-3 series between American Dragon Bryan Danielson and Austin Aries to determine just who between these two men is the ace of Ring of Honor.
And the winner of this series also gets a shot at Nigel McGuinness and the ROH World title. Austin Aries leads the series 1-0, and he certainly has the advantage coming into match number 2 here against Danielson.
He's been no stranger to one another. They met in the finals of Survival of the Fittest, the very first Survival of the Fittest. And of course, did battle at Testing the Limit as well, wrestling for over 70 minutes. So they know each other so very well, very evenly matched, and they both look poised to go after the world title. Both former world champions themselves.
Of course, it was Austin Aries ending the 21-month reign of Samoa Joe. And Bryan Danielson himself held the world title for some 15 months before losing to Homicide.
Get a clean break in the corner. Both been very focused. Much like we saw in their first matchup against one another in this series. Trying to take Aries off his feet with the drop toe hold. He finally does. He had to struggle to get him off his feet though. Both been very determined to come out with the victory in this one.
Very differing strategies, I'm sure, for both these athletes in match number 2 here. Bryan Danielson can't afford to go down 2-0 because the series is over at that point. So Austin Aries, I think, can wrestle a little bit looser of a match. He can afford to take a few more chances knowing that he has a 1-0 lead. Much like having a lead in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Pretty similar circumstances for Austin Aries with the lead in the best-of-3 series. It's Bryan Danielson who can't afford to make a mistake, because if he loses this matchup, he loses the series, and it's Austin Aries who's going to get a shot at the world title.
Collar and elbow tie-up. It's Austin Aries with the side headlock on Danielson. He backs Aries into the ropes, sends Aries off. Shoulder tackle, down goes Dragon. Aries hits the ropes, steps over Dragon. First he comes through the legs. Arm drag from Austin Aries, and once again, controlling the arm of Bryan Danielson.
Driving a knee into the side of the head as he controls the arm. See a very confident look on the face of Aries in the early going of this matchup. Danielson back to his feet, grabs the waist lock. Aries struggling to try and find an escape. Hammerlock takeover. Danielson controlling the arm of Aries. Trying to go for the cross arm breaker.
Very wisely, Aries clasping his hands together to try to prevent full extension on the hold. And trying to use his leverage to turn the tables on Danielson. He does have the shoulders of Dragon against the canvas for a near fall. Headstand from Aries, frees himself. Trying to shake out that arm a little bit.
Crowd here in San Francisco appreciative of the technical skill on display from both of these great athletes.
They've waited a long time for Ring of Honor to finally come to California. Another lockup in the center of the ring. Aries with the headlock once again.
Danielson backs into the ropes and sends Aries for the ride. Shoulder tackle. Aries with momentum takes Danielson down. Up and over he goes. Well, attempted to go up and over, but Danielson able to grab hold of the leg of Aries and trip him up.
Standing on the back of the legs, fighting for the arms of Aries, refusing to give them up so that Danielson can cinch in the Mexican surfboard. So instead, just digging away at the face of Austin Aries. Taking full advantage of the referee's 5 count, driving the knees of Aries into the mat.
Finds the leg one more time. Go for the bow and arrow this time. As it's cinched in. Pressure on the back as well as the knees and the ankles. But Aries able to turn his body position into a crossbody and gets a near fall.
Both been very cautious here. Neither with a decided advantage in the match thus far, and neither man taking any really big risks thus far.
Aries backs into the corner. Danielson controls the leg, wraps it around the second rope. Referee asking for a clean break. We're not going to get it this time.
2, 3.
Danielson pulling on the ankle. Damage to the inside of the knee and a European uppercut. Aries fires back with an overhand chop. And again. Danielson one more time goes to the eyes.
Well, Danielson knows he has to even this matchup. Reminding the referee has until 5. He needs to even the series here at 1 win apiece here. And he has to do it by any means necessary, and that means going to the eyes, taking whatever shortcuts Bryan Danielson sees fit, including grabbing hold of the tights, but Aries caught himself. Brings himself back in with the senton. Off the ropes. Comes crashing down.
It's a 2 count after dropping the elbow into the chest of Danielson. And drives another one to the back of the head. Stunned Bryan Danielson, another one connects. Danielson backs into the corner. Aries momentarily holds up. And then drives the boot to the chest again. Drags Danielson back to the center of the ring and then drives a leg down to the canvas.
Going to work on the knee of Bryan Danielson. Gotta wonder the strategy of Austin Aries, focusing on the knee. Bryan Danielson not necessarily known for needing leverage to, propel himself off the top rope for a 450 splash like Austin Aries does. Or come charging with the running dropkick in the corner like Austin Aries does. It'd be good for Bryan Danielson to focus on the leg of Aries in this match.
Aries has the legs and the shoulder of Danielson tied up at this point. Carving a shot into the midsection. Pinning combination again from Aries. Gets a 2 count and another attempt at the cross arm breaker.
And just as quickly, Aries again clasping his hands together. Danielson trying to force those hands free. And just as quickly as he does, feet across the bottom rope to force a break.
Very fortunate for Aries to be so close to the rope. Cross arm breaker move very easily can dislocate the elbow if locked in properly. But Aries able to escape before any real damage done. Both men back to their feet. Test of strength here. Danielson goes underneath. Bridging back after the suplex for a 2 count.
And both men struggling here, both bridging, trying to get the advantage.
Again, back to their feet, head to head like a couple of bulls.
Greco-Roman knuckle lock still cinched in.
Danielson over the top, lands on his feet, bowls Aries down, and then sends him off the ropes, reversed by Aries. Danielson hits the ropes. Sunset flip attempt. Aries rolls through, drop kick, but Danielson able to avoid it.
All the momentum right there behind that drop kick. Danielson 1 step ahead, moved out of harm's way, and now focusing on the leg of Aries. I sort of noticed a couple of moments ago that he started to maybe target the leg of Austin Aries. Found that to be a good strategy, and now he is definitely going to focus on that body part. He needs all that leverage, the jumping ability to hit that 450 off the top rope. And Aries, a lot of his offense is that explosive, fast-paced offense hitting the ropes. And he needs a good leg in order to do that.
Also, so much of Danielson's attack is usually centered around the arms and the shoulders. He likes to utilize cattle mutilation for a finisher, the cross-face chicken wing as well. Finishes an awful lot of opponents. So going a different route by maybe attacking the legs might be something that Austin Aries isn't expecting. And Bryan Danielson needs to pull out, like you said, all the stops to even this series at 1 apiece. So maybe trying to find a different tact to attack Austin Aries.
Leg lock cinched in, trying to bridge to apply maximum pressure, and of course Aries trying to keep that bridge himself to keep his shoulders off the mat.
It's the head and arm trapped at the same time. Very difficult for Aries to breathe, his head being forced into his chest. You see him pulling the head out from that position, struggling to get to the ropes, very close, and able to grab the bottom rope. Bull Turner asking for the break.
My leg's stuck.
Danielson claiming his legs are stuck.
They're stuck? Come on.
More damage being done to Austin Aries.
Of course there is. His legs are stuck. He still has the leg lock cinched in. But Aries grabbing that bottom rope, and now the referee's going to force. Come on, ref, get in there.
It's an extra 30 to 45 seconds of punishment Austin Aries has to endure.
And look at how satisfied Dragon is after doing all that damage. My legs are stuck. Look at Austin Aries down in a world of pain.
We said he would pull out all the stops, and apparently a couple of shortcuts among those stops. Danielson willing to pull out as Aries very wary, trying to back into the corner, but Danielson cuts him off with a European uppercut. Forearm shot from Aries. European uppercut from Dragon. Forearm from Aries. Just trading blows, and Aries down to the canvas.
I wonder just how much damage was done to that leg. Trying to butterfly those arms here. Looking for a butterfly suplex. Takes him over. Into a cover. Going after the arm once again. Trying for the cross arm breaker. He keeps going back to that hold. Could be looking for a quick submission while also targeting the legs to take away the explosive offense of Aries.
Aries rocking back and forth, trying to free himself here. Danielson can get that left leg over the top. He'd be better equipped to execute the maneuver, but unable to do so. Again, all of his weight driven down to the canvas for a near fall.
Just waiting for the right moment, Bryan Danielson. Both men back up, going after that leg once again.
Quite possibly the attack on the arm and the cross arm breaker, just an attempt to get Austin Aries to think about something else other than the attack on his legs. Momentarily went back to the arm. Aries was able to defend it, and immediately Dragon goes right back to the legs.
When you know a wrestler like Bryan Danielson has multiple game plans, I mean, couldn't just be focused on only the leg. He might be looking to, at least at one point, get that cross arm breaker cinched in the center of the ring, nowhere near the ropes, get full extension, and force a submission if he can't pull out a victory using a leg submission or something of that nature. Bryan Danielson, the complete wrestler, probably has 2 or 3 game plans in mind.
Drives the elbow into the small of the back. And Danielson in command of this match. Clutch by Danielson, unable to really lock it in. Nope, crossface chicken wing.
Trying to get it.
If he can clasp the arms together, he'll have it locked in. It's the move he won the world title with, but Aries uses his momentum and sends Danielson crashing through the ropes out to the floor.
And before he can really cinch in the hold, Danielson up to his feet on the floor. Aries can, I gotta wonder if he can even stand on his own power.
Avoids the right hand, connects with a forearm shot and another. Overhand chop sends Danielson down to a knee on the apron. And again. And first to the turnbuckle goes Danielson. Far corner, he blocks it. Aries hits the buckle. Danielson up to the top. Sunset flip. Right into a perfect drop kick from Austin Aries.
Gotta wonder how much that took out of Aries, though. He had to throw that drop kick with the bad leg, and he's also so worn down by Danielson just stretching him down on the mat, trying to dig down for some energy.
Well, there you see the perfect example of an athlete using what is normally an offensive move in a defensive stance. He utilized the drop kick as a defensive weapon there, and it paid off. Twisting body press connects.
Only a near fall. Go for the K-Brada. Able to hit it.
Still a little bit of spring left in the legs, and he gets another 2 count.
I had to wonder if that was a safe maneuver to even attempt because of the knee that Bryan Danielson is focused on, but he was able to hit the maneuver. A little bit of a limp from Austin Aries, trying to work through the pain.
Could have been a desperation attempt, maybe knowing how much damage was done. But Danielson able to weather the storm. Knee strike connects. Avoids the elbow and connects with one of his own.
Aries trying to stay on his feet here. And for that running drop kick. But Danielson saw it coming and took him down.
Now it's Danielson in the far corner. Waiting to strike and does. Driving the boot to the chest. Cover.
Only a near fall. Looking for that cross-face chicken wing once again.
So trying to cinch it in. Aries on his feet.
Trying to use his momentum once again, and he tosses Danielson overhead. European uppercut from Dragon. Forearm from Aries. Another uppercut from Danielson. Back and forth.
That one blocked. Backslide attempt. Driving the shoulders on the canvas, but unable to keep him down. Avoids that kick. Rolls him up for a 2 count. Aries slow to follow up.
Neither man wants to make a big mistake. Forearm from Aries. Kick from Danielson. Catches the leg this time. Shinbreaker. Suplex combination. Trademark combo from Aries. These fans getting behind him.
Aries back to his feet. Charges with a drop kick right on the button. Cover.
Only 2. Danielson kicks out. Aries could be thinking about that 450 splash. He does have Danielson on his back.
Does he have the spring in the legs he's going to need to complete all those rotations, though?
All the way to the top rope, we'll find out. Danielson's back to his feet and takes away the balance of Austin Aries on the top rope.
Down, Dragon. Come on.
Danielson connects with the forearm, now positioning Aries on the top, clubbing away at the back. Likes to utilize the belly-to-back superplex. And he is all the way up top.
Fighting to get Aries in the right position. Superplex!
Austin Aries hit the canvas and bounced about 1.5 feet up in the air after the impact. Can Danielson roll over and make the cover? If so, he's going to tie this series up at 1. Cover! No!
Aries kicks out Danielson, going for cattle mutilation. He's got it! Aries trying to fight out of it.
Turns towards his back. But Danielson in position for the elbows. Repeated elbows to the side of the head of Austin Aries.
Aries struggling back to his feet. Drives Danielson into the corner. Elbows from Aries now. A flurry of them. Going back after the arms.
Waistlock. Aries lands on his feet. Kick to the head.
Going for the brainbuster. Got him up. Lands it. Holding onto the head. Bridging. Could we see a submission here?
He won the first match of this series with that hold. Knees to the head.
And once again, bridging forward.
Danielson looks almost out of it.
Can Aries do it in 2 matches?
Inside cradle.
The third and final match in the 3-match series between Austin Aries and the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, 2 former ROH World Champions, is underway. Collar and elbow tie-up inside the ring.
As Austin Aries winning the first matchup in this series by submission, Bryan Danielson wins the second match via the small package, and we are here in Philadelphia, match number 3, to see not just who is the #1 contender here in Ring of Honor to Nigel McGuinness and the world title, but to see who is the true ace here in ROH.
Both men had very impressive world title reigns in the past here in ROH. They both know each other very well. Storied history inside the ring with one another. Dates back to 2004 in Survival of the Fittest.
We've seen them go 76 minutes before one another. They battled over the world title, and now they are battling once again to determine the #1 contender to see which man is going to get a shot at once again becoming the ROH World Champion.
No one has been able to say that they won the ROH World title on 2 occasions as of yet. You know, we could see Bryan Danielson or Austin Aries at some point in the future be the first man to do it and repeat as champion. Keeping the knee right into the back of Austin Aries here, Bryan Danielson. But Aries frees himself from that position and has the head of Danielson trapped.
Walking on his hands while still controlling the head, takes Danielson over. Quickly back to his feet is Aries. Danielson slow to get to his feet, grabbing at his neck.
As you mentioned, Aries won the first match in this series with a submission victory, utilizing a new submission hold that he's been putting to use, in addition to the maneuver that earned him the world title, that 450 splash following a brainbuster.
Danielson controlling the arm of Aries. Has it trapped. Aries back to his feet, trying to find a way to free himself, but taken down on the canvas by Danielson. Has the head scissors.
Austin Aries, a man known for his ability to escape a head scissors and immediately take control of the matchup, often with a drop kick to the face of his opponent. Danielson realizes that, and he's going to keep that head scissors clamped on as best as he can, as now both men have head scissors applied on their opponent. Either man with the advantage.
Well, that's another way to escape a head scissors. Apply one of your own.
Yes. It did the trick.
Cauliflower ear on the part of Bryan Danielson. Both men circle each other one more time, and when you're in a best-of-3 series and you have a 1-0 advantage like Austin Aries did, you can wrestle that second match a little bit more loosely. Bryan Danielson didn't have that luxury because if he had lost the second match, the series was over. He was able to win that second match, and now 1-1, they come here for match number 3, and you got to think both men not looking to make a mistake, because one mistake could cost you this series.
Big monkey flip from Austin Aries. Danielson back to his feet, the victim of the arm drag. And a second as Aries keeps control of the arm of the American Dragon.
Danielson trying to get back to his feet and alleviate some of the pressure of the hold as Aries continues to crank down on the left shoulder. Danielson backs Aries to the corner. Sinclair in, asking for the break. Aries wide open, he gets caught with a European uppercut, but fires back with a chop. Danielson, another uppercut, connects. Sends Aries into the corner. Up and over he goes, somersaults to the opposite corner. Went for the elbow, but got caught. Looking for the crossface chicken wing. It's the hold he won the world title with.
Trying to cinch it in, Aries trying to reach the ropes and has enough momentum to send Danielson through the ropes and to the floor. Here comes Austin Aries.
Went for the suicide dive but got caught by the knee of Bryan Danielson.
Again, they know each other so very well. Danielson knew that Aries was going to take that chance and perhaps lured him into that knee. And now the American Dragon in control of the bout. Focusing on the neck of Aries. Drives him down with the neck breaker.
Only gets a 1 count. Once again goes for the lateral press without hooking the leg. And one more time, Aries gets the shoulder up. Forearm drag and twist by Danielson. Stepping down on the leg and now just ripping at the face of Aries. Then clubbing down across the bridge of the nose.
Of course, Bryan Danielson has had his issues with former world champion Takeshi Morishima. As of late, we will see a continuation of that tomorrow night in New York City. But right now, he has his hands full with Austin Aries.
Butterfly suplex takes him over. It's a 2 count this time as Aries able to get the shoulder up. Danielson trying to drive the elbow into the leg of Aries. Trying to grab the head, but Aries trying to fight him off.
Austin Aries, the leader of the Resilience here in ROH. But of course, right now, he's got to stay focused on Bryan Danielson, stay focused on becoming the #1 contender and becoming the true ace of ROH.
A lot of pressure applied here by Danielson. He's got the head, the shoulder, and the leg trapped, driving the head of Austin Aries down towards his knees, making it very difficult to breathe. But Aries trying to use his legs to free himself. Quick pin attempt.
He connected with 2 knee strikes, but as soon as Danielson realized that he was in that position to continue to rain down with more, Danielson worked his way out of that position and changed it up. And once again, trapping the head of Austin Aries.
Aries back to his feet. Danielson switches things up with a neck breaker.
Again, focusing on the neck of Aries.
Crawls over into a cover, does not hook the leg. Aries again kicking out.
And back to the head scissors goes Danielson, putting more pressure on the neck.
Has that arm trapped in there as well, almost a version of a triangle choke, using the arm to basically cut off the oxygen to Austin Aries, who's bridging to try and free himself here.
We've seen Danielson utilize the triangle choke pretty often as of late here in ROH.
Aries floated all the way over the top, but Danielson refused to let go of the head scissors until Aries makes it to the ropes.
3, 4.
Taking full advantage of the referee's count. And glare in the ref's direction from Bryan Danielson. Austin Aries with the overhand chop.
He brought back to his feet and another European uppercut solidly on the chest, and Aries firing back. European by Danielson. Aries to the ropes, coming off with a knife edge chop.
Takes out the leg of Aries. Danielson turns him over. Standing on the back of the knees of Aries, who's trying to reach the ropes, not quite within his grasp. Danielson maybe looking to cinch in Mexican surfboard if he can get control of the arms. He fights for it, and he does have the arms of Aries.
Needs to rock back onto his own back, bring all the weight of Aries up into the air, but Aries continuing to fight. Got the arms free. The rear chin lock, and well, just ripping at the face one more time.
And again!
Breaking just in the nick of time, and then reapplying the hold.
Doing as much damage as possible in that position as Aries trying to pull himself back up. Scoops up Aries, but he lands on his feet. Going for the O'Connor roll, and he gets it. Kicked off into the ropes. Goes for the knee, but Danielson grabs hold of the leg. Half crab cinched in by Danielson.
All the weight of Bryan Danielson on the lower back of Austin Aries. Aries trying to power his way towards the ropes, but Danielson drags him back to the opposite side of the ring.
He has to crawl more than halfway across the ring to reach the ropes unless he can change direction and get to the ropes.
That's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to turn his body towards the near side, getting very close to the ropes. But Danielson able to pull him back to the center of the ring one more time.
You know, wrestling is sometimes called the game of human chess, and it's very fitting for a matchup like this. Neither man wanting to make a big mistake and planning out each maneuver.
Well, two athletes who've wrestled each other as often as these two. You get to know your opponent's tendencies, you know how to scout them, and they have each other obviously very well scouted. And we're seeing an extremely even matchup here in the early going because of that. But right now it is Austin Aries who's been absorbing the brunt of the punishment so far.
Well, he looks very worn down as Bryan Danielson chooses his next move, and it's the headbutt. We've seen Danielson focus on the neck of Aries quite a bit during the course of this bout as he places him up top, perhaps for the belly-to-back superplex, which is a lot of impact on the neck.
Elbows from Aries to the back of the neck of Danielson, trying to free himself. Claps the ears and does, but Bryan sets him in the corner and just stomping away.
Just stretching him in the corner. And reminding senior official Todd Sinclair that he has until 5.
Aries with a kick to the top of the head and another, still hung up, but doing damage. kicks off the turnbuckles and drives the chin into the head of Bryan Danielson.
Big maneuver from Austin Aries right there to free himself from that position in the corner and stun Danielson. Double count administered by Sinclair as Aries tries to pull it together and get a burst of energy. Blocks the attempt, and forearm strikes now from Austin Aries on Danielson. Into the ropes he goes. Big back body drop.
Aries with a burst of adrenaline goes behind. Face first to the canvas.
Driving the elbow into the back of Danielson, cover. But no, Dragon kicks out.
Aries quickly looking to maintain control. Backs him to the corner and drives the shoulder to the midsection. Irish whip to the buckle goes Danielson. Aries charges and meets the boot. Shoves Danielson over the top all the way to the floor. Able to connect with the dive this time, and Danielson back first into the barricade.
With as much punishment as Danielson dished out earlier in the match, Austin Aries going on adrenaline, twisting body press. But Danielson kicks out. Off the ropes, Cape Rana, but Danielson gets the knees up into the midsection. Triangle choke. Will Bryan Danielson get the submission victory here? Aries starting to fade.
Very difficult to breathe, just cutting off the oxygen. Aries starting to go limp here.
Oh, checking the arm of Austin Aries here. Twice, one more, and Danielson wins the series.
Danielson says he's out, but Aries able to make it to the bottom rope.
Referee was checking his arm. It did not fall a third time. He still had some life left in him and grabbed that bottom rope. Danielson looking more determined than ever to win this match. He hasn't pulled out this airplane spin in quite a while. Aries lands on his feet. Shinbreaker. Suplex combination.
Danielson coming down right on the back of his head. And Aries somehow has to find a way to get back to his feet. Danielson slumped in the corner. Aries charges. Went for that drop kick in the corner, and again, Danielson just one step ahead of Austin Aries. Got the boot up and caught him charging.
Just so familiar with one another's maneuvers, he saw that move coming before he even did it and was able to block.
So much on the line here. The #1 contendership to Nigel McGuinness's ROH World title, in addition to just laying claim to being the ace of Ring of Honor.
Both men on the apron now. Forearm strike from Bryan Danielson. Aries dishes it right back out. Can either of these two men work their way eventually to becoming a two-time ROH World Champion?
Aries getting the better of that forearm exchange, driving the elbow to Dragon's face. Trouble getting to the top, and that may have cost him. Forearm shot from Dragon.
Well, so much punishment dished out during this match, it's hard to have the balance necessary for a high-risk maneuver. Danielson up top, though. Missile drop kick.
And still the energy to nip to his feet, and Austin Aries as well. What a great crowd here in Philadelphia. They've come to see pro wrestling as a sport.
Both men connecting with roaring elbows and fighting back to their feet. Big running kick from Danielson. Going for that belly to back superplex. Once again, he's got Aries up top. Can he get it this time? Both men to the top rope. Aries on top. Danielson now. Leverage goes back and forth. He's got the arms of Aries. Cattle mutilation.
Can Aries hang in there? He's struggling to his feet. Backs Danielson into the corner and frees himself. Drives the elbow to the side of the head repeatedly. Raining elbows down on Danielson.
Here comes Danielson from behind, though, as the arms. Tiger suplex with a bridge. Pinning combination, can't get 3. Still controlling the arms. Elbows now from Danielson. Repeated elbows. He can knock him out here.
Turns him to his belly. Went for cow mutilation, but Aries on top.
Only 2 dragon kicks out. Both men putting it all on the line. Fighting for the victory here.
Aries somehow able to dig down after absorbing those repeated blows.
Danielson digging down. Back to his feet he comes. He's got Aries. European uppercut blocked. Backslide. But the shoulder's not flush against the canvas. Kick to the head.
Oh, Danielson's dazed.
Aries now going for the brainbuster, but a knee strike. DDT. Aries into that submission. This is how he won the first match in the series. Driving knees into the head of Danielson.
Both men back to their feet. Small package. Oh, that's how Danielson won match number 2.
Brainbuster. He gets it.
Could be looking for the 450.
Here is the winner of the best of 3 series, Austin Aries!